What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe with NEVERsate.com. And as promised, here is the next $25 program, which is the Mass Builder. Now, if you already know you're gonna pick this up and you don't feel like watching the video, you can either go to the link in the description box down below and get it there, or you can go to NEVERsate.com/merch. At that point, you'll go to a PayPal drop-down menu. Just make sure you select the Mass Builder option and you'll be on your way. Now, a quick note about all of those $25 programs that you guys have seen listed there. Please allow 24 hours for fulfillment of that order. Now, it is not going to take 24 hours, but if you are new here, realize that I do fulfill every single one of these orders myself, except I do not have the internet. So what happens is, you guys buy the program, it alerts PayPal, PayPal alerts me, I get my car and I drive to an off-site place where there is internet access, and then I send you a little bit of letter and also the program. It's also gonna be imperative that you make sure the email associated with that PayPal account is a current one, because a lot of times I'll get someone's college email from like 2001 and then I'll get an email saying that they didn't get the program, but I promise to send it. In reality, it really does not take me long to fulfill these orders. It might take a couple hours at most, but many of you will receive it almost immediately or within a couple minutes. But if it has been 24 hours and you still don't have your program, make sure you email me, because something has gone definitely wrong, most likely on my end. Now, as with all my programs, you do not need to buy this. You can get it for absolutely free. A couple years ago, when I actually released this program, I put out a video laying out exactly how you can personalize it to your own goals, your equipment, your medical, whatever you need to do for it. And you guys can find that video as well in the description box down below. If you want more information as far as the nuts and bolts and really the details of this, then make sure you check out that video. Or if you want to set it up yourself for free, then absolutely click on that, because I love to see what people come up with. However, what we're talking about today is many years of the trial and error of me writing a ton of personalized Mass Builder programs, figuring out what works for people, what doesn't work, what is the most likely to work, and then boiling it all down into one 73-page ebook that now I am offering to you guys for $25. If you did want to try out this program, all that you need is basic gym equipment. You need enough stuff to do the big four made movements: the squat, the bench, the deadlift, as well as the overhead press, and then have some sort of dumbbells or kettlebells or loadable dumbbell handles, something like that, because I use many of those in a conditioning as well as assistance. And then it would not hurt you if you don't have access to any type of cable or anything like that, to just have some sort of band for some of the very small isolation exercises like a face pull or something like that. But again, if you're doing this in a commercial gym, then it is absolutely no problem, because you have cables and everything else that you're possibly going to need. But you don't need any specialty equipment or strongman equipment or specialty bars or anything like that. You just need your basic gym equipment to run this thing. Now, the program itself is 4 days a week, and each session is programmed to take somewhere between 60 and 90 minutes, depending on where your PR is and how much rest you want to take. I will say though, there is a ton of work slammed into that session. So if you're a person who likes to rest 5 or 6 minutes between sets, or talk on your phone or do things like that, this probably is not for you. It will take you way too long to get through each day. But if you do choose to give this a try, each one of your days will start out with a strength giant set that is based off a variation. Now, the reason why it is based off variation is, number one, so we can work on the weak points of most people's made movements, so that you can come out of this stronger than ever. Do not get it twisted. It is called the Mass Builder because this is the most mass-focused program I've ever had, but I want you to come out of this thing smashing all your regular competition PRs. So we are going to be working the weak points of those main lifts, but also, guys, when you are doing types of different variation, then the new stimulus often creates new challenges, and new challenges create new growth, which is very, very important when you're doing something like a mass building program. But do not worry about your main competition lifts, because after your strength giant set, each day is a technique giant set, and there you are going to be working nothing but your competition lifts. And it's also going to be corresponding with the day. So that means that on your squat day, you are going to be doing a deadlift type of technique set, and on your deadlift day, you're going to be doing a squat technique set. On your bench day, you'll be working the overhead press, and on your overhead press day, you'll also be working the bench. The reason for that is the higher frequency, which is going to give you more practice for each and every single movement, but also it's never going to let you get rusty at those traditional movements, because again, I want you walking out of this thing hitting PRs as well as getting huge. Can't believe I just did that. If you're new here, that was a joke that I'm ashamed of. After your technique giant set, you guys will have your assistance or your assistance finisher, which is nothing more than 10 to 15 minutes of extremely creative pain. Because instead of doing a traditional type of assistance setup of like 3 sets 10 or anything dumb like that, what I ended up doing is throwing everything either on the clock or in a cool rep paradigm that's going to make it seem more like a challenge or a finisher as opposed to doing traditional assistance work. So you end up working a lot harder and in a lot shorter time than you would otherwise, and trust me, you'll get a lot more of that than you ever would doing a traditional type of assistance scheme. But once you have completed that fun, then you finish up each day with conditioning. Now, I will admit that conditioning for this program is optional. However, I would recommend that you do it because each session is based off of some accessory stuff that's going to help the main mover for the day, but also a lot of times it is going to be body weight. So it's not only going to help you with your progression, also your recovery, but with body weight stuff, you can press in pretty deep without any real consequence to the later strength work in the week. So it's a great way to finish off each and every single day. So yeah, guys, there you go. That is the basic idea of the 12-week long Mass Builder program. Now, again, if you did want to get more in the weeds, get some more nuts and bolts before you decide to purchase, or you want to set it up yourself, make sure you check the link in the description box down below to the old original video that I released a couple years ago. Or if you did want to pick this up now, you can also click a different link in the box below, or go to NEVERsate.com/merch and then go to the PayPal drop-down menu, and in that, just select the Mass Builder. And again, please allow 24 hours for delivery. It's not going to take 24 hours, guys. It's going to come to you quickly. However, if it does take 24 hours, make sure you email me, because remember, I mess things up. And guys, I know you've heard me say this before, but this is the type of support that absolutely is what makes the videos possible and honestly allows me to live the life of my dreams. I could not possibly do what I do without things like this and support from people like you. So honestly, I cannot thank you enough. I absolutely love my life. I love everything about what I do, and it's all because of the help of people like you. So I just thank you guys. I cannot say it truly and honestly enough. Thank you guys for absolutely everything. So I will catch up with you guys later in the week. Until I do go out something amazing with you guys, keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other, please. It's getting really sunny, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you then.